Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our 30-minute Pilates class. My name is Susan, and we're going to be doing it on the mat today. So, I'm going to start with the breathing. So before we start, I'm going to show you a little bit about the breathing. We're going to warm up, get to work, but I want you just to be careful what you do. Pay attention to how you feel. If it doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it. And even if you end up doing just one, we're only doing sets of 4 anyway. All right, so it's all about control and precision. So just take it easy, and like I said, pace yourself, all right? So we're gonna start with the breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And on the exhale, I want it to be strong and forceful like the letter H in hollow. And when you do that, when you exhale, I want you to bring your belly button to spine, very gently, all right? So breathing in through the nose, pardon me, out to the side of the chest, thoracic breathing, exhale. All right. Now for just to connect with our breath, I want you to get into Pilates stance. So heels together, feet into a V. For the first 4 breaths only, I want thighs tight, pelvic floor, bring it up, belly button to spine, buttocks nice and tight, and I want you to knit those ribs together. So visualize that you're tightening a belt around your ribs. So basically just engage everything, your whole core. All right, standing nice and tall, let's breathe in through the nose. And nice and slow, keep breathing, big breath, inflate those lungs, exhale, squeeze everything as tight as you can. Inhale, release, exhale. One more. All right, roll the shoulders up, release the heels, just shake it all out, all right? And let's do the rest of the warm-up, the rest of the class. I want you just to focus on engaging belly button to spine. So let's go inhale up. And just relax. Do what you can. Inhale up. And just kind of warm up the body a bit, just to really try to connect with the breath, to be able to synchronize the breath with the movements. One more time. Up. And down, roll the shoulders out. All right, let's do some calf raises now. So this one here is going to focus on working on your balance as well, but your toes, foot, ankle, and lower leg muscles. So we're going to come up onto the balls of the feet and come down. Now I want you to find a little spot on the floor just to stare at that'll help you with your balance and help you concentrate. Now the arms to the side, or if you can bring them up to the ceiling. All right, do what you can with this one here. Let's go, inhale up. And when you come up, press down the balls of the feet, dig those toes in. Inhale up. And up. One more time, up. And down. All right, relax. Shake it out, roll out the ankles, release those calves, roll the shoulders up. Let's do another one here. Arms to the side. Inhale, arms back, look over the right shoulder. Exhale, down, forward, left. So this is going to warm up the shoulders, a nice gentle stretch for the neck, and also releasing the chest, opening up the chest, lots of room to breathe, releasing the tight pectoral muscles. One more on whatever side you're going to. And down, or roll the shoulders out and shake it out. Okay, that's our quick little warm up, all right? So let's get right down onto the floor. Now we're gonna work on our little boat pose. We're gonna do high boat and low boat today. Again, this is gonna start getting a little fire in the belly. So working on engaging and strengthening the abdominals and the lower back, all right? Now, with our little boat pose, I'll give you a couple of different ways to do this. I'm gonna rock up. Elbows wide, holding onto the back of the thigh, all right? Now, if you can stay here. If you're a little stronger, you can bring your legs up to boat, or here, doesn't matter. Very important, though, that you keep your back straight, neck is long, and you're looking forward. So not kind of rolled in and hushed in. Straighten that spine, so use the nice strong muscles in your back to help you keep you nice and level and balanced. All right, let's see what we can do together. Roll the shoulders out, just relax. Don't overthink anything, all right? Just give it a shot. Big breath. Exhale up. Breathe. Now the progression to this one here as you get stronger is to release the hands, bring the arms up and hold on to the legs. Don't worry, one more breath. Down. Now let's rest, come forward. Now you can bow your head, round your back, rest your shoulders, rest your belly. This is normal breathing, just to slow things down and to release the tension as it accumulates. So we do a lot of little rests in between, and like I said, it's early, just normal breathing, just to kind of rest your body. Come up, roll the shoulders out. All right, let's try it again, all right? Just give it a shot. Ready? Big breath. Exhale. Breathe. Try to keep the breath going. Don't hold your breath and don't forget to breathe. One more. Down and rest. And just let it all hang out. When you're resting, just let it all go. Like I said, I want to release the tension as it accumulates. So just give your body, it doesn't take long. You don't have to stay in the rest for very long. Come up, roll the shoulders up. All right, so that was the high boat. Now we're going to go with a low boat. I'm going to give you a couple of different ways to do this one, depending on how your belly, the strength in your belly and how your belly feels. Now, the low boat, I'm going to give you the full version and then the modified version. So the low boat would be just like this. I'm looking up to the ceiling, arms are off the floor, and legs are just slightly off the floor. They're not up high. But if you find you don't have the core strength, or if your belly's a little tired, come down onto the forearms just like this and just get your feet off the floor. That's it, okay? Now when you're in this position, try not to use your neck. I know it's really hard to do that. Really try to focus on using your core muscles. Everybody's got them. We're just gonna wake them up a little, all right? So, try this version here. We're gonna do it both ways, twice again, or the more advanced version. Let's go. Take your breath, exhale up, breathe. Look up to the ceiling, try to use your belly. One more, and then come up slowly and rest. Slow down the heart rate. Sometimes coming out of the exercise is just as challenging as the actual exercise. So roll it out, shake it out. Let's do it again. Now, the next time I'm going to add a little something to it, so you can decide if you want to try it or if you just want to keep your legs straight, that's just fine. Again, bring yourself down. If you want, take the edge off, rest on the forearm. It's not cheating, it's just modifying. You're still using the same muscles, all right? Now let me show you this one here. If you'd like to try, we're gonna take a breath. We're gonna exhale open, inhale close. So if you wanna try it, absolutely. Get yourself set up. Inhale up, exhale open. And inhale. And you don't have to open your legs very wide, just open them up as wide as the mat if you can, or even a little bit, doesn't matter. And one more time, open, stay here, breathe. Close and come up, slow and gentle, rest. Slow down the breath. Just roll the shoulders out, stretch, release your back, rest your belly. All right, perfect. Okay. So now once you lay on your back, we're going to give ourselves a little stretch and then we're going to start working some hips. So coming down onto your back, this is just a stretch or normal breathing. Bring your knees up and give yourself a little hug, and you can rock from side to side. And this is really going to lengthen your spine, stretch out the back muscles, especially that lower back. Just rock and just rest. All right, perfect. Like I said, the rests we take are not very long. So now what we're going to do is we're going to lay on the side of the mat. Now, I've got my mat set up that I've got a double mat, so it's a little bit fatter. If you find that it's a little hard on your hip, you can use, I have a little pad that I supply my students with just to take a little extra cushion. Or if you need to, you can use a very thin little pillow or a blanket or a towel if you need to. But you want to be comfortable, right? So laying onto the side of the mat, just like this, all right? Bend the bottom knee in. Now make sure the side of your body is nice and anchored to the floor. You can rest your head in your hand, or if you want, you can rest your head down here. All right, now, very important, the hips are nice and lined up, so try not to be leaning back or tilted forward, all right? So we're going to do a few things from here. And this is all about strengthening, engaging, releasing, and working that lovely hip and all the muscles around the hip as well. So we're going to do some nice circles. I'm going to count to 1 o'clock, and you're going to inhale around and exhale, pause. Now the size of the circle, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a big giant circle. However your hip feels, a little circle is sufficient, all right? If you decide to do a bigger circle, if you're a little stronger, your hips are nice and healthy, then, you know, if you do a big one, make sure that you don't wiggle and wobble around. I want nothing to move but the leg, all right? If you start moving around and kind of losing control, reduce your movements or stop and rest, and you can bring your knee in front and rest here. Ready? Put your kickstand down here. Let's go. Inhale around. Exhale. Pause. Keep going. It doesn't matter which direction. We're just doing one today. Around. Inhale. Now inhale around. Exhale. Pause. All right. One more. Around. And rest. Bring the knee in front. You can straighten the bottom leg. If the bottom leg is a little tight, a little tense, release it and rest. If you want, you can bring your whole body down. Take a quick little rest. This is our go-to little rest place whenever we do any hips. And it's a nice little stretch for your thigh, your hamstring, your buttock as well. All right, now let's come back up. Make sure that you're adjusted and you're nice and comfortable and anchored to the floor. From here, we're going to do our side bicycle. Let me show you quickly. I'm going to inhale to 1 o'clock. Exhale, knee up. Exhale, back. So leg is lined up to the back. And exhale, straight. Side bicycle. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back. And straight leg. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Line the leg up to the back and straight. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. And rest. So this side bicycle is a complete mobility range of motion of the hip. Our hip socket has a lovely, it goes everywhere. So take it easy. Like I said, if you're getting tired, stop and rest anytime. Okay, you don't have to do them all. Even if you do one and after that you're getting a little tired or a little shaky or your breath starts to kind of go a little sideways, that's when you need to stop and rest. All right, let's do one more. Now I want you to straighten both legs. Stack your legs, hips are lined up. All right, if you can, foot in front of the knee. We're going to lift the bottom leg up. So let's work the inner thigh of the bottom leg. Ready? Let's go. Inhale up. And now you can tap or you can hover on the way down. Just go as high as comfortable. You don't have to go as high as I do. Just get it off the floor if you can. So this is working the hip adductors, the inner thigh, and the bottom leg hip, the outer hip, the adductors. Or abductors, I should say. And inhale up. And now the next time you're up, stay here if you can. Breathe. One more. And down. All right. As a transition to the other hip, let's roll onto our bellies. And from here, we're going to do some heel beats. So the heel beats is working the buttocks. Specifically, it's targeting the buttocks, the glutes. Now, pelvis and hips nicely anchored to the floor. You can rest your chin on your stacked hands, or if you find it's a bit stuffy down there, lift your head up a little bit. All right, so let's, knees stay on the floor. I want your feet slightly off. I don't want your feet way up here. Nice and close to the floor. We're going to click our heels. That's it. So let's do 8 slow breaths, and I want you to click your heels as fast as you can, all right? Keep the breath nice and slow. Pilates breath, the same breath. Let's go. Don't forget, belly button to spine. Engage that core every time you exhale. Kiss your spine with your belly button. All right, take it easy. Really try to focus on your breath. All right, this one here is a little challenging. You've got to think about what you're doing because you have to move part of your body quickly, but you still have to have a slow breath. Control, precision, and let's get a little fire into the buttocks. Let's isolate them. Almost there. If you find this too intense, just slow down your clicking or stop. Rest your legs on the floor. We're almost done. One more breath. And Rest. Just let your legs go limp, let your buttocks go limp. All right, so we're gonna do a little stretch, release that lower back, stretch out the glutes, then we'll go to the other hip. Now from here, I want you to come up very slowly. If your back is really tight, move very slowly. Open up the knees, and I want you to lean back. And this is called our little shell. It's just a rest. It's just to really stretch out. This is going to release your spine, your lower back. We want to work on releasing the buttocks from this last one. And also this is a lovely hip stretch. So this is like an overall go-to stretch. All right, and let's go to the other side. And moving your body slowly and gently and carefully. This is not a race, not a contest. So set up, if you have a little pad underneath your hip, make sure you set it up so that you're comfortable. Because if you're uncomfortable and then you know what, you can't focus, your breath is going to go right out the door. So you have to try and find a comfortable position, and then you're confident when you're comfortable. So let's get ready. All right, nice and comfortable. Top leg is up. Hips are lined up. Get your kickstand down or your stabilizer. And let's do our circle. Bring your leg to 1 o'clock. Choose the direction, it doesn't matter which one. Again, pay attention to how your hip feels. If this is the nice strong hip and you want to do a bigger circle, go ahead. If you find it's a little too intense, just do a little circle. That's all that's really necessary. All right, let's go. Inhale around. Exhale. Inhale around. Now when you exhale, pause. You have to stop to take a breath anyway. It's all about following the rhythm of the breath. Around, inhale. One more, around. And then rest, bring the knee in front. Moving very gentle. You don't have to go quickly. You just ease yourself into your stretch. You don't have to whip yourself around. And then relax. If you find your bottom leg is a little tight, just stretch it out a little bit and just rest. Take a second and just release all those muscles. All right. Now, they're not long rests. They're quick little rests, all right? So, again, set yourself up. Nice and anchored to the floor. Your knee is relaxed. Hips are nice and lined up, keeping your lower back safe. Let's do our side bicycle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back. And keep going. Inhale. Even though we're focusing on really working on strengthening the hip muscles, we're working the quad, the hamstring, the buttock, the pelvic floor muscles as well, and of course the abdominals and the lower back. So a lot of activity going on in your body, even though we're kind of focusing on one particular area. And again, inhale, exhale, inhale back, and one more set. Inhale, exhale, side bicycle, and now let's rest and relax. Just let it go. Bring your whole body down, bring your upper body down, rest everything. If you just holding yourself up this way, you're working some upper body muscles, shoulders, upper arms as well. All right, let's do one more. Let's do the inner thigh. So now I want you to straighten your legs, foot in front of the knee. All right, let's go. Inhale up, and if you find putting your foot in front of the knee is really hard on your knee or your hip, you can put your foot behind and do the same thing. All right, you can make those little adjustments. There's always room to make little adjustments in everything we do so that you find a place that you feel safe and comfortable and it works for you. All right, but following the rhythm of the breath, keeping your body nice and lined up. Form is important. And up, stay here, breathe. One more. And down. All right. So let's roll onto our backs. We're going to do a nice little stretch before we go any further. This particular stretch is called the Reverse Pigeon. We do this one in our yoga class as well. This is just a stretch, so just normal breathing. Right, left leg up. Right foot on top of the knee. You can bend the left knee if you want. If you can, both hands behind the thigh. Otherwise, put one hand on the right knee, one behind the thigh, and I want you to gently pull, very gently. This is just a stretch, so normal breathing, and this is reverse pigeon. So this is going to release that hip, so you don't have to tug on it. Just find a place that feels good, stretching out the thigh as well, the glute, but really focusing on releasing the hip. When you're ready, go to the other side. Left hand on left knee right behind the thigh, and just gently. It doesn't have to be an intense stretch. You know, even if you just do it a little bit, that's okay as well. All right, this is a really good stretch to release your sciatic nerve, the discomfort of a tight sciatic nerve. This is a really nice stretch for that. Let's go right into our hug, and let's stretch out that lower back, lengthen that spine, and rock a little bit if you'd like. And then from here, let's stretch our bodies out. Stretch those legs out, bring your hands over your head, and just lengthen your body. Slow down the breath, stretch out your belly, stretch out those thighs, the hips, everything. Just lengthen your body. Perfect. All right. So from here, we're going to stay on our back now. All right. So comfortable on your back. Now, we're going to get our legs up to the ceiling. So getting your legs up to the ceiling takes a lot of core strength. Our legs are very heavy. So if you can, if you'd like, I always try and offer a little strap. Okay, so it's just a little helper for those who don't have a strong core. If you have a strap, a rope, or a tie, anything, put it on your feet. This will help you keep your legs up if you don't have this core strength. Okay, not a big deal using this. It's not cheating. It's just a little helper, all right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to do an open V. So let me show you without the strap and with the strap. We're going to inhale, open as wide as your mat, and exhale. So heels up and toe in. If you have a strap, just loosen up the strap, do the same thing. Open and then close. That's it. And hold on to the strap, and that will help you keep your legs up, okay? And if you get tired, don't be shy. Bring your feet on the floor and rest. Ready? Up. Back is nice and anchored. Shoulders relaxed. Let's go. Inhale, open, heel up, and exhale. Open, inhale. Nice and slow. Slow it down. Follow the breath. You take a full inhale, exhale completely, belly button to spine. This is working the inner thighs again. A lot of core strength. And open. One more. Now, the next time your legs are open, I want you to leave them open and stay here and breathe. And close, bend, and rest. My legs feel really heavy right now. Just stretch them out. You can do your hug and the full body stretch. Do them any order you'd like, but make sure you do those two stretches whenever we're on our back, especially releasing the lower back. The lower back, you feel tension in it a lot. I do this all the time, and I feel the tension, but that's because those muscles are working with your abdominals to help you do everything. So make sure you release the back. All right, we're going to stay on our back a little bit longer. All right, and we're going to do a single leg stretch and a tug and hug. Now the single leg stretch, I'm going to show you both ways. We're going to straighten the right leg, and you're going to hold on to the left knee. The right leg will be hovering off the floor. This you can do with your head and shoulders on the floor. So you're going to inhale, exhale, switch. That's it. If you're a little stronger and you want to get your head and shoulders off the floor, when we have our head and shoulders off the floor, we have what is called a chin nod. So the space between the chin and the chest about the size of your fist. So your chin is not way down here. If it is, there's no way you're going to be able to breathe. All right. So that is if you have a little bit stronger core. Otherwise, keep your head and shoulders on the floor. So this one here, right leg is hovering. I'm going to do mine head and shoulders off the floor. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, hug, and single leg stretch. Keep going. Inhale, hug, and one more. Now, the next time you hug, I want you to hold it. Breathe. One more breath, and switch. One more, and down. Head and shoulders on the floor if they were off the floor, and rest. If your head and shoulders are off the floor, do a quick little neck stretch if you want. Slow everything down. And push your face to one side or the other. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. Even if you have a really strong core, always tend to use the neck. It's kind of a reflex, so always make sure you stretch it out. All right, let's do one more. Now this one here is a little more intense. This is called Tug and Hug. Let me show you this one here. We're gonna have our legs to 1 o'clock, arms over the head. Again, if you're tired, keep your head and shoulders on the floor. You inhale, hug, and you exhale, just like that. If you're a little stronger, head and shoulders off the floor. Let's get into position, let's go. Inhale, hug, exhale, and hug. 2 more. Next time you hug, stay here, breathe. One more. Bring it out, stay here. One more. Down and rest. All right. Slow everything down, just rest. Stretch your body out if you want. Bring your arms over your head. Lengthen, get a little, release that tension in your belly and your abdominals. And don't forget your lower back. Give yourself a lovely hug and rock. Perfect. Now very slowly, I want you to bring yourself into your table, onto your hands and knees. You don't have to go as quick as I do. Nice and slow. Let's do a nice some cat and cow. This is just a stretch. Onto your hands and knees. I want your head up, sacrum up, C-scoop spine, and then arch the back, chin to chest, belly button to spine. This is just normal breathing. This is our cat and cow. We do this a lot in our yoga practice. Releasing, lengthening the spine, releasing the upper back and lower back. When you come up in your cow, you get a nice chest stretch in your chest into your abdominals. All right. And from here, let's get ourselves up to standing. We'll do a couple of stretches and we're done. It's our little quickie class. So nice wide V. These are just stretches, so just normal breathing. Right arm up. And let's do a nice V lateral stretch. Reach, stretch your body out. And it's a nice lateral flexion of your spine. We moved our spine forward, back, side to side, keeping it nice and safe and balanced. Come up. And other side. This is going to lengthen the left side of your body. Stretch out your abdominals. Release the back, stretching everything out. And reach. Come up. All the way. Ceiling. Lengthen that body. Let's get into a V straddle split from here, hinging out the hips. Now you can soften your knees or keep your legs straight. Open your legs up a little wider if you'd like. Fingertips, knuckles, hands on the floor. Bend your knees if you'd like. It's just a stretch. Stretching the back of the legs now. Full body stretch, V, straddle, split. If this position makes you dizzy, come up halfway. You get the same stretch. Walk your hands to the left. Get a deep stretch into the left hamstring, inner thigh of the right leg, right side of the body. Come to center, go to the other side. Come to center, and let's come up. Bend the knees, come up slowly so you don't get dizzy, all the way. Let's get those legs together. And we're done. Roll the shoulders out. Give yourself a big hug for coming out today and doing this with me. And a clap for everybody. All right, so thanks again. And that was our little quickie Pilates class. I hope you enjoyed that. My name is Susan, and today is March 23rd, by the way. All right, so have a wonderful day, and try to get outside. Get some moving, get the bike out, whatever you need to do. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.